It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Pop a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that. Now, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because...
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
From the 25 on second down, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. This one left side caught by Berrios. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's got a man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that 2nd one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll go again with Hall. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 34-31. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Oh, look at the juke. And he goes out right around the 39. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11-90.
Here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second down, a run with Hall. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems...
He's got a man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end. Touchback.
Got it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
162 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him. And hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Back to the ground with Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there. And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up here in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play through. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have it 1st. Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Uzomah. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
I said it, let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. On the draw, it's Hall. But 209 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. To throw is Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 3 yards out. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They go play action with Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Hall. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the